In this video, we're going to talk about having anxiety in the morning, and I'm going to attempt to explain to you why is it that you might find yourself having anxiety in the morning and a sense of urgency, perhaps more so than any other time of the day. So, first thing I want to talk about is the physiological perspective. See, right around 6 7 a.m., your body begins secreting the morning hormones, let's call them. The morning hormones are going to keep you alert, are going to keep you awake, energetic, and ready to go. So in the old days, it would be things like hunting, gathering food, protecting your territory. This is why watch it right around 7 a.m. if you're a man, if you're a male. Right around 7 a.m. and between 6 and 8 a.m. for sure, you're going to have a hard on because there is an increased level of testosterone production specifically at that time. Your body is preparing you for a new day. It's preparing you to be ready to take on the day. And again, for most of the history of the human being, that meant hunting, gathering, and protecting your territory and protecting yourself and protecting your tribe members. So it meant like basically what it meant is you need to have a lot of energy and you need to be alert and ready to go. So, besides the hormone testosterone, there's also the hormone adrenaline, and that's also secreted in higher doses in the early stages of the morning. So, here you are, you already wake up, and bingo, these hormones are already on the up. The levels of production of your body for these hormones is already increasing. It starts, again around 6 a.m. and it sort of keeps picking up. Then it starts to drop off in the afternoon. So the hormone adrenaline is a type of stress hormone. Most of you guys are at least familiar with it. It's the fight or flight hormone. And whenever you're in fear or whenever you're in stress, that hormone is released. So an example, when you're in a cold shower, that's a type of stressor. So you breathe in a certain way and then your body secretes adrenaline. If you're ever driving your car and there is a situation where some asshole cuts you off, then you get the adrenaline because you get angry, you want to fight this asshole. Or if some bitch just like almost ran you over, like you almost died. Adrenaline, that rush you feel is adrenaline. That's anxiety is related to adrenaline and cortisol. Those are the two major stress hormones. So you're kind of almost wired. Nature wired you to get up with a little bit of anxiety, if you will. Now, there are a few ways to tackle this and decrease the anxiety and be calm. And I will just talk about these ways because I have sort of learned over the years to incorporate them into my life. First thing first, anxiety and exhilaration/excitement are pretty much the same thing, just flipped on the positive and the negative, flipped on the duality scale, if you will. So, if you could perceive every morning from a place of exhilaration and excitement that there is a new day, that it's a new sun and there are new birds. Now I'm thinking of Bob Marley's song, but of course that doesn't apply here in winters in Canada. So you can see where my mind's at right now. You can see what I'm missing in my life right now. Some sunlight and some birds singing. So you could be excited for that in the morning. You could be exhilarated for a new day. You could be exhilarated for a new challenge. Maybe today is the day you close a business deal, or it's the day you find your ultimate sweetheart, or it's the day you release some old karma, or it's the day you meet a profound teacher that's going to shift your life into a very positive direction, or it's a day where I for once upload something that's actually going to blow your mind. And really, if you can change your perspective from the perspective of, oh fuck, I gotta have to do this today, oh my god, I'm gonna have to fucking go to school, and I'm gonna have to fucking go to work, and I'm gonna have to fuck, and I'm gonna see that girl, and I'm gonna be shy, and I'm probably gonna make a mess out of myself. If you can change that feeling of anxiety and oh fuck, I gotta do it too, holy shit, I get to do all of this. I'm so excited and I'm so exhilarated to be doing all of these things. Right there, you've won at least half the battle. At least half the battle there is won. Because you're still gonna have that anxiety, quote unquote, but it's turned, you're still, and when I say when you're gonna have that anxiety, what I'm saying is you're still going to have these hormones, cortisol and adrenaline and testosterone early on in the morning. But now you come at it from a positive place. You're flipping yourself over to the other side of the duality. Okay? So that's the first half of the battle. And I say the first half of the battle because the second half is literally the second half. It's usually played after you make that first shift in consciousness, that first shift in perspective, in perception. And that second half is you want to get yourself in a place where you're not even really so much in the duality of it anymore. You're just here. You're just calm. You're just right here. You're not too exhilarated or excited. You're not really looking forward for anything, but at the same time, you're not scared of anything. You're not feeling anxious about anything. And you're present right here, ready to receive whatever the present moment has to give you. And however the present moment unfolds itself, you're there to flow with it. And my friends, the way to do that in the morning is, first of all, don't tell me you didn't see this coming if you have not watched my videos long enough, but take your goddamn cold shower in the morning. Okay? Take your goddamn cold ass shower in the morning, because that's going to ground you and that's going to bring you into the present moment. Because here you are waking up, whether you're feeling anxious or whether you're feeling excited and exhilarated. Let's say at this point you successfully flip the switch from negative, anxious, I don't want to do this, into I'm excited, I get to do this. Still, even when you get up and you're really excited to do something, there is still a lot of thoughts and a lot of chaos in here. And you want to calm it down. You want to ground yourself, because if you ground yourself, that's how you're going to be the best version that you can possibly be in the present moment. And there are a few things like a cold shower. I mean, really very, very few things like a cold shower that will bring you into the present moment. Right here, right now. I've got to deal with my survival. That's really what it is, because if you don't start hyperventilating in the cold shower, then your body can't warm up your internal organs, and then you risk hypothermia and you risk death. And so whether you like it or not, in the cold shower, you're going to hyperventilate. Otherwise, you will die. So you just start to hyperventilate. And that's right here. That brings you into the present moment, your direct experience with your 5 physical senses. My God, you're right here. And you finish up the cold shower and you look around and you're like, whoa, colors are bright. Oh, I never noticed that pattern. That beautiful pattern on the bathroom wall. Oh, I'm right here. Oof. You take your towel and you actually look at it. You're right here. You're with your towel. You realize like the little patterns in your towel that you never realized before, and you're here, you're present, you're grounded. And you actually have more adrenaline than ever. Like, that's what's funny. That's what's so amazing about a cold shower. Is that natural adrenaline that your body secretes early on in the morning is actually more now with the cold shower. So you're ready to go, but you're grounded. That's the beauty of it. You're right here, you're grounded, you're not up here. So that's the first thing to do in the morning. After you've made that perception switch of excitement rather than anxiety. And the second thing, and I recommend doing this after a cold shower, is sit down and meditate for 20 to 30 minutes or at least 15 minutes. If you're a busy man, a busy woman, and you don't have time to meditate, 15 minutes is the minimum. Make that a minimum, 15 minutes. Sit down and pick your favorite way of meditation. There's humming, there's breath work, there's whatever. And the reason why I recommend you do that after a cold shower is because the cold shower grounds you, gets you out of your overthinking head, which makes it easier to meditate, right? If you're going to try and meditate before taking a cold shower, it's going to take longer for you to get in a meditative state because there's more to clear and more to calm down in your head. But if you do the meditation after the cold shower, you're already in a calm state after cold. You're very grounded, you're here, you're very conscious. So you sit down and you're much more in the moment, you're much more right here. And so you get in a meditative state a lot quicker from my experience. So you do these things, and however long it takes you in the morning to do your cold shower and your meditation, if you've got to wake up an hour earlier than you usually do, by all means, this is key, guys. This is key. This is how you start a good day. If you want to deal with anything in your day-to-day life, anything, an asshole boss, a cute girl or a cute boy, anything. If you want to make a video on YouTube, and you want to be grounded and you don't want to be anxious and you don't want to constantly tell yourself, how do I look, and am I saying the right thing, and all these things, having to worry about what others think and being in your head essentially, then you set aside a time. This is a non-negotiable in the morning. And if you do this every single day, you're not going to have anxiety in the morning anymore. I mean, still initially when you wake up, but if you get your ass to the cold shower as quickly as you can, and if you do your meditation after, then within an hour of waking up, it's like you're calm as fuck. You're ice cool, right? You're calm as fuck. And that's why I say these things are non-negotiables. See, guys, we've got this human body and human psyche, and god damn it, I don't know how we found ourselves in here. How the hell did I find my way into this incarnation? How did you find your way into this incarnation? The Buddha says it's not that important. They asked the Buddha, they said, when was the beginning of time? When was beginning of creation? And he looks and he says, it's not important. This is just like someone, he used the analogy of someone who's been shot with an arrow. Now, if you've just been shot with an arrow, are you gonna ask where the arrow came from and who shot the arrow? Or are you gonna be like, fuck, there's an arrow here. How I gotta get it out and I gotta deal with this wound. It's the same thing. How did we find ourselves in this mess of a thing, being a human being? I don't know, and I don't care that much. Actually, I'm curious, but it's not the priority thing for me to know. I approach it from a sense of curiosity. What's more important for me is how do I deal with this? How do I optimize it? How do I deal with some of these problems and obstacles that I have as a human being? And then how can I help my fellow brothers and sisters do the same thing? Because self and other is the same. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you. First of all, recognize that your anxiety in the morning is totally natural. Actually, it's perfectly in line with your physiology. And the third thing I would say is, if you're one of the lucky ones who lives in a sunny environment, a warm sunny environment in most of the year, get some sunlight in the morning. Honestly, get you some sunlight on your arms, on your legs, anywhere you can. Go out shirtless if you can. This is why I am moving to Turkey in 9 months and then Thailand after that, because I have realized the importance of warmth and sunlight. So that's it, guys. Make sure, if you liked this video or if you like any of my other videos, to subscribe, because I'm not trying to brag here, but this is a really cool channel and a cool, supportive, amazing community that we have going on here that is growing every day. And if you're already subscribed, just, there is beside the subscribe button a notification bell. I know. You fucking heard this now by 10 times. Did you hit the notification bell? Or are you just like letting this come and you're watching every video and you're like, fuck this guy, I'm not hitting the notification bell? Come on. Do yourself and myself a favor and hit that notification bell. Okay? So that's it, guys. Also, you can check out my free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas, if you're looking to improve yourself from day to day. It's like 19 pages, really short, little, cute book that you can read anytime, anywhere, in probably one sitting. So the link for it is in the description, or you can go to 5powerfulhabits.com. God bless you all. I absolutely and truly and sincerely love you and wish you all the blessings in the world, in this life, in the next, in the previous one, and outside of time and space. And that's it. And that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.